Hi everyone, it's Vanka and I have a new junk journal share today. This is for a one-on-one swap with Ali, and Ali loves mini albums here on YouTube, and she lives in England. So check her channel out. She is very talented, and I was quite excited when she asked me if I wanted to do a swap, because I love all her journals and her work. I will link her channel below, and we agreed to make a vintage themed journal, and with mostly black and white, and only soft colors, and this is what I have made for her. And I have used the Time Traveler's Memories collection by Prima. I have used both the A4 6x6, 6x4 and 3x4 papers. I was lucky to find them on blitsy.com. I order all the paper pads from there. And on the cover here I have used some lace and cheesecloth that was sent to me by Laurie Turley. Thank you, Laurie. Last year when I was doing my 100 subscribers challenge, and she had already coffee dyed them for me. Perfect. And this frame here, I think that's Tim Holtz, and it was gifted to me by Marina. Thank you so much, Marina. I love it, and I think it was perfect for this journal. And these corner pieces was from my own stash. And inside here I have cut out some old book pages, and I have covered it with something similar to glossy accent, but it's Royal Coat Dimensional Magic. This is very old. I don't know if it's in the stores now, but it reminds me very much of a glossy accent, but it takes a lot more longer time to dry. And when it dried, I folded this paper on purpose to make this crackled effect here, to make it look really old. And binding, that's just some ribbon, velvet, soft pink color. I think it matches these roses perfectly. These rose papers are my favorite, I think, from the collection. And the back side is this, and I have covered both the front and back with the Liquitex gloss medium. And as you know, I like to try new things, so this time I tried the Coptic stitch, my first attempt of the Coptic stitch. And I will say that I really like this, but I I have some struggle with it, because I first made 4 signatures, and I bound the book completely finished. I had it stuffed with all the things I wanted to have in it, and bound it, and when I was finished, it jumped. It was so big, and I had to take it all apart because it couldn't be used that way, and I didn't want the gaps between the signatures to be too big. So I ended up with 7 signatures, and of course when you make signatures you layer the papers the way you want to have them in your book. And when I had to split it all, well, the inside is slightly different than I had originally meant it for it be, but I just wanted to share that with you in case you want to try this. You can't have too thick signatures. You better make them smaller with maybe a maximum of 4 pages or something. But when I bound it now, I really like it. And it measures about 4.5 by 6.5, and the spine is around 1.5 inch. So let's open this. I really like how this journal turned out, and inside I have one of these 4 by 6 cards, and here I just thought this was a little bit boring, and you know I always like to add things in my journals. So this tiny paperclip I bought in Greece this summer, and this is earring from the thrift store. I just took away the hook, and I know Ali, she loves butterflies, so I just put it there for her to take apart and use as charms or whatever she likes. And here, this is some leftover I have from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, the Gentleman and Scholars collection. So I made some die cuts and put that in there. And here I have a pocket with some stamps and a little paper clip. This one, as you see, it has the word Chanel. This lady I cut a fussy cut out of a magazine. I just thought this dress and her outfit was perfect for this journal, and all the pages are tea-dyed, by the way. And before I go on, I would like to say I had a comment a couple of days ago on one of my videos asking why I make my videos so long. And I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that. I have been thinking about that a lot, and one of the reasons is of course because I am Norwegian and I struggle finding the words sometime, so I guess I use more time to explain things. And one other thing, and here she comes, my little kitten Cleo. She's not allowed to be on the table, but she tries. And other things are maybe explaining where I got things and what stamps I've used and so on. But I try my best to make my videos short, but they always turn out long. But there are a lot of things happening in my journals, but this time I won't tell you what stamps and which whats and everything I have used. But please, if you wondering something, please ask, and I will let you know where I got the papers and everything. I will of course show you something like this, for example. I just made a little tiny book here, and this says Love Stories, and as you see, it's a vintage photo of a lady, and these are some jewelries, and I have here, it's advertising. It's a Norwegian brand, and it's a tiny little book and it shows all her jewelry. So I cut out the front cover which says Love Stories and made a pocket and some sawn paper inside and different stamps. So it's just plain papers with stamping and a ticket and pockets and so. And I will try to speed on. And here is one of these 3x4 cards, and you know I like to hide things, so I have added some photo corners, and I'm not sure, Ali, have you discovered this yet? It's something behind, and it's just a stamp and it says moment, and I fussy cut around. And here I will add a charm on the end here. I forgot to do that. And this is wallpaper with stamping. This is wrapping paper and washi tape. And here we have these corners. I have used some packaging and cut out. This is a card from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And this is some silvery paper I have embossed. I was lucky to borrow some embossing folders from a friend. This is also free advertising sort of stuff from a very known Danish designer called Ole Linggaard. Designs jewelries and washi tape and a paper doily from Lisa and some cards. Thank you, Lisa. A paper bag with a little card inside. Some tiny die cuts through, and this says live simply. I have printed them from my computer. Pockets, and this is also one of those vintage stories clothing tags I have used a lot. I don't have many left now, but there were 2 tags on each clothing, and this you see is just see-through material, and I have fastened it on a shimmery cardstock, and it says, they said she could take what she wanted, and when she opened the wardrobe it was like looking in a treasure chest. Every item of clothing had its charm, but at the back was a dress that glowed a little extra. How romantic. So I guess it was on a dress. It's many years ago. And a little gem clip and more embossed paper. And this tag was from Robin. Thank you, Robin. And here you see I have also used cutouts from the paper that has this on the end. Used all my scraps, and this is also a tag from I think it was some tablecloth or something. So I made it. Victoria Living, it says I made a little booklet, and this wraps up. And this is some paper I got in Greece this summer. I was on in a bookstore, and at the counter he had lots of these small papers from dates that had already passed, so I grabbed a few. I asked, of course, tiny envelope with a ticket from Robin. Thank you, Robin. And some stamping, my terrible stamping. More of this grease paper bag from Irene. Thank you. And these, I love these. I have used Glossy Accent or this Dimensional Magic. I don't remember. And this one also has just a card harmony in the home. And I love this little girl here. This was some trim from Christy. Thank you to Christy. I love these. And printed out Dream Big. This is a frame. Some photo corners again that holds this little girl here. And I just add this, and it's supposed to look like this, in case you wonder. And so Ali can take out and use some of these things to her own projects if she likes. This page opens up like this, and here I have some library cards, and be grateful, it says here. And I used these library cards, and as you will see, some vintage papers throughout that I received from Debbie Gilbert. Thank you so much, Debbie, and also from Romberg. So I have used things that was gifted to me, and this is from a very old Norwegian book paper, and the beautiful Tim Holtz die Irene gifted to me. Thank you so much. This is just some acetate, and this bird here has been on my daughter's window excuse me, for a long time, and now she didn't want to have them anymore. It's these you can peel off and stick on off surfaces, so I thought it was pretty. I just added it for fun. And then here we have another one there, my cat. Yeah, okay. This magic moment, beautiful papers. Washi tape from Lori. Thank you, Lori. And have you noticed this, Ali? I hide something back in here, and that's some photo corners. And I think I will pause the video because I wanted to show you those old books. So I will be right back. Okay, so the first one is this book. And as you see, it's quite destroyed. The spine is missing here. The title is The Magic of Prayers, and this has been in my family. It was my grandmother's book, and it was a gift from her mother, my great-grandmother, and here she has written a letter for my grandmother, so of course I will take care of this. And so fun, it was also a clover inside the book, very special, and it says January 1899, and the book is quite ruined and misses some pages and stuff, so I decided to use them in my junk journals because it's written in an old Norwegian writing that is very hard for me to read. And the other book I have used is this Bible, and as you see, it's completely ruined and it misses some pages here too. And I was looking for the date. I think the page was where the date was is missing, but I found here, you see, it's completely ruined. On the back some writing, and it says 1839, the birth of this person, and that 1900 something. So it's very old, 1872. So I decided to use it. Why not? And here we go. Let's see. Here is a business card from a local cafe, and it says, "The one who encourages others will be encouraged themselves." So it's from a cafe called the Light Point. Old book pages and these inches that I love. Butterfly, she loves butterflies, so I added some, a glassine bag with a card inside, some stamping, and also these. I have crackled them up. And a pocket with some vintage papers inside for fun. After all, it is a vintage junk journal. So, stamping and an envelope. This is also from a magazine, and I have backed it with some material. There you go. I will show you. It's this. It comes in a roll, and it's supposed to be like a centerpiece on your table. So you can just roll it out, and I like this material, and I can imagine it can be used for mixed media too, as a stencil, or where you can use gesso or spraying or lots of things. So I will try out different things with this. I just wanted to give you a tip because I I am sure you can find these in your stores too. This is an envelope, and this was supposed to be in there. It's a necklace, and it says sweet, and recipe card, some angel wings. These tags I bought on in an Etsy store. Stamping, and also some scraps just to use it up, and it was great in this page. Peace in the world. The bling from Marina again. Thank you, Marina. And here are some song paper, music sheets, and this was gifted to me by Anne. Thank you, Anne. This is from a magazine, and the magazine is not old, but it's a picture from 1914 inside here, and it's the celebration of the Norwegian National Day, and this is from my hometown, and also some old advertising on the back here, some library card, beautiful tape. I love that tape. This is from a very old magazine, and some soap. And this was gifted to me from Darcy. Thank you, Darcy. This is a freebie, and before I glued it down, I backed it and used chalk pen, so it created a mirrored image of the bird. And then love this paper, it's so pretty. This one was from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. This is the cover of a psalm book, a tag, and this inside cover was loose, so I made a pocket and put this tag inside. Doily, and this is a die cut from Tim Holtz again, and here is one of those old book pages I showed you. Love this acetate doily here. This from Michelle as well, and these were gifted to me from Karen. Thank you, Karen. Tim Holtz ephemera, love them. And here are the spine of the psalm book, so it made a little pocket here too. And another bling from Marina, and this is a postcard, and that's very old. It's a vintage authentic postcard, and the lady is a Norwegian actor called Else Frölich, and the picture is from a play called The Divorced Wife, and it says Norwegian art something, copyright 1910 and number 10, so it's very old. And look, I love this tea-dyed pattern from that doily when I tea-dyed the paper. And oh, I love this too. And these are quite fun. I will share it really soon. This is an old ephemera ticket, something from I think that was from Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. And I just wrap it around. And this beauty is a light in the heart. And this was also from Debbie, and very old envelope. It's stamped 1918, and this paper is from that Bible, and it will go inside there. And there we have this die cut, and Robin gifted it to me, and I just slid it between the stitching here, and I was thinking to glue it down, but I think it's just a fun effect, so I will leave it like this. And this page says finale, with love, homemade, and my name and year, and these angels are from the backside of an old calendar showing the pictures that were in the calendar, and there are angels throwing out angel dust, and I used the Wink of Stella to make it glimmer here and here. And this back vellum piece is also a clothing tag, and it says, "We cared for this product, hope you will do the same." I think that was fun. And the last page, this says, "Time is golden," and I have just put this little envelope loose in here, and it's from jewelry I bought, and also used my Wink of Stella here, and this is also from some kind of buyings, some kind of tag. Looks like leather. I am not sure if it is superior quality, and I also used my Wink of Stella here, and I bet you can guess what's inside. Of course, it's the mirror, and this is also a price tag. It's from this store, Stradivarius, and I just loved this image. I think it was on a purse. So there we have it, the journal for Ali, and I really hope you like it, Ali. And I do. I really like it, but the important thing is that you like it. Hopefully you do. So thank you so much for watching this, and hopefully I will be back soon. Until then, stay safe, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye.